Hey folks, Alec here from the Mat Martial Arts. A few months ago I did a video with a good friend of mine, Sensei Ando, of senseiando.com and Happy Life Martial Arts. We talked specifically in that video about punch defenses, but what came up in the video was something that I got a lot of questions about later, which is what I like to call the wants versus needs ratio. So what I decided to do was go ahead and put together a little short for everyone so you can see what I mean specifically when you talk about wants versus needs. So let's get started. So the wants versus needs ratio. It's as simple as it sounds. You've got your wants and you've got your needs. As it relates to self-defense or martial arts training, your want is what you feel needs to happen, but your need is really what needs to happen. So as you first get started especially, you're doing gross motor movements. You don't have a whole lot of training. So if something's coming towards you, whether it's your face or your body, you're gonna wanna get it away from you as much as you can. The goal here is just to not get hit. How much do you not get hit by? It really doesn't matter. It needs to only miss me by a little bit for me not to get hit, or a little bit for me not to get hit. But I probably am not comfortable with that level of proximity to my body, especially in the early stages. So I'm gonna wanna move me or move it as far from me as possible, which means I'm gonna have a big motion to protect if it's a straight punch, for example. Right? So something's coming at me, I wanna move it away from me. Or I move me away from it. However, the more I train, the more I realize that every time I do big motion one way, I end up doing a big motion back the other way. That's not very efficient. So what I'm gonna be doing is learning how to take the I want it away from me feeling and bringing it closer and closer and closer so that I still want it away from me, but I don't need it to be that far from me to give me options in response. So, for example, I'm using my friend Bob here. If I throw a punch and it misses him by a lot, that would represent that he moved it away from him or he moved himself away from it in the early stages of training, big motion. But if he can just barely squeeze past that punch and it just narrowly misses him, he's understanding the space around him is only needing to be moving a certain amount. And that way he can respond with a counter or a grab or a lock or a hold or an escape in a very, very, very efficient manner, much more compared to when it was a giant motion afterwards. So the wants versus needs ratio is just learning what is that buffer between how much you want something to be away from you and how much it actually needs to be away from you for you to still be safe. Now this works for upper body attacks, lower body attacks, and a number of other scenarios in self-defense. So as you're training, just remember how much do you need it to be versus how much do you want it to be, and just continually working on getting closer and closer and closer so that you can maximize your efficiency and not have to work as hard because you're working smarter. Good luck. Thanks for checking out this quick tip. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to click subscribe down below, follow our channel on a regular basis, and catch up on all the videos. If you have any topics you want us to cover, gladly put them in the comments section and we'll go over them as much as we can. And also check out Sensei Ando's channel at senseiando.com. He's got some great stuff with amazing martial artists. I guarantee you're going to enjoy what he has to say. We're on the internet, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at The Mat Austin. Like us, follow us, subscribe to us, and we look forward to seeing you guys on the mat.